Hey y'all, so welcome back. So today I'm just going to go over the different grooming tools and what they're used for, what they're called. Right here I have my high velocity blow dryer. I highly recommend a high velocity blow dryer. It just makes drying time quicker, it fluffs out the coat. It's a great tool to have. I've had this one for about 4 years now. I really like it. I'll link all of these products in the description. So a high velocity blow dryer I highly recommend. You can use a regular blow dryer. It's just going to take a little longer and it's not necessarily going to fluff out the coat as much. The high velocity blow dryer is exactly what it sounds like. It just blows a lot stronger air. They're used to these at the groomer typically, but if you're going to get one for your house, they're probably going to have to get used to it. It's a little bit louder than your normal household blow dryer. The other thing that you'll need is a brush. I use this brush, but I use a double-sided brush. Mine has the soft side here, and then it has the normal brush metal pin side. This is the only brush I really use, but to brush all of my Havies, this is the brush I go to. I don't use a slicker brush. I have a video why I don't use a slicker brush. I'll link that up there. This is the Furminator. It's a dual-sided brush. I love this brush. I use it for everything. I don't find that I need a different brush. The other thing you'll need is your dematting comb. I highly recommend this, especially for Havanese. A dematting comb, what it is it's just what it looks like. It's a comb. On the top it has these razor blades. So this dematting comb, you just run through their coat if you have some mats or some tangles that are about to turn into mats, and it just kind of cuts through those so you can brush them out and you don't have to shave the coat or cut a mat really close to the skin. It just really makes all of the difference with especially long haired coats. If you brush your Havie every day, you probably won't notice it, but if you get a little behind sometimes like I do, or they get wet when they have a tangle or a small mat and it gets worse, this thing is a lifesaver and it can keep your coat long and you don't have to go ahead and shave. So this is your dematting comb. Highly recommend this. For nail trimming, I just have a scissor type nail trimmer. It has a little locking mechanism here so I can cut it. This is the one I use. I like the scissor style. There's guillotine style. There's a few different other styles, but I like the scissor style. I prefer this. It fits nicely in my hand, and this is the one I like to use. I haven't used this in any of my videos yet. This is a Dremel. So a Dremel is going to be like a nail grinder basically. But I use this in conjunction with my nail trimming. So I trim nails and then I use the Dremel to kind of grind them down so they're not as sharp. And then in case you accidentally get the quick, I recommend you have some of this on hand. But this little powder, it's just styptic powder. It stops bleeding in case you get the quick. The other thing, I don't know what I did to my tonic. This is Mr. Ben's ear wash. I typically use the ear wash or the tonic after bathing. It just kind of helps dry out the ears and make sure there's no funky stuff going on in the ears. I put this after baths, so I recommend that. You'll have a small cordless clipper. So this one actually adjusts to different sizes here. I rarely use the adjustment. I keep it down to the lowest, which is the 0.8 that it has here. I never put a guard on this one because I use this one for the sanitary area and then to clean up the eyes and face. So this one I just find is a little bit more gentle and forgiving versus the bigger one. It's a little more clunky and harder to use around those areas where I need to be really precise. So I use the smaller one for that. This is just the clipper. Again, I never use a guard on this one, but again, I never move this setting here because this one's adjustable here. It just adjusts the blade cutting length here so you can get a different millimeter here, but I never adjust mine. I use this without a guard and I use it just like this. A pack of scissors. So I recommend this pack. It has your typical metal comb. I use this when I'm doing haircuts. I never really use this to brush just in between grooms. I only use this during grooms because that's what I find it's most useful for. And then you have a pair of straight scissors. They're just a pair of straight scissors. And then you have your curved scissors. So curves that you'd like to use for paws, or if I'm going to shape the face a little bit more round, I use this. So anything you need curves for, that's exactly what these scissors are for. And then you have this pair. So this pair is your thinning shears. So your thinning shears actually have a straight blade on one side, and then they have like a teeth-looking comb that are actually sharpened as well. So these help thin out the coat, or if you're going to do some blending, this is nice to use for that. Or if you're going to kind of do around the face, if you use these versus the straight scissor, you'll get a lot more natural look when you cut with these, versus if you use a straight scissor, you're gonna see that harsh line there. So I like this nice little pack because it comes in a pack and they get stored away. So this is the U-Clip Deluxe that I use. Again, I'll link this in the description for you all. I like that it comes with a case so that it's stored away. So you'll get your little pack, and it comes with a pair of cheap scissors. I don't really ever use these, but I kept them in there just in case. And it comes with a plastic comb. Again, I never use this either. It comes with a little smock. It helps the hair kind of slide off and not really stick to your clothing. I highly recommend that. That is really useful, and because that hair can be really, really annoying. So you're gonna have different guards that come. They're all different color coded. So this is just my corded clipper. It's a lot stronger. This one also adjusts here on the side, so it'll adjust your length here. But this little lever here just kind of moves that. Again, same thing with this one. I never move this lever. I never find that I need to. I leave it on the shortest, closest position. I would go over numbers and whatnot, but I find it just gets really confusing. So I just leave it on the closest. So if you move the lever out, the blade slides up, and you'll see more gap here. But if you push it back the other way, you see how close the two blades are together. You also have two little screws here. So if you unscrew this, you can actually get your blades and resharpen them, or you can just buy new blades, but these are what those screws are there for. It's just to remove the blades and then put them back on, or put new ones. So then you have your power switch here that actually turns the clipper on. It's heftier, so it vibrates a lot more than this one's gonna vibrate. To use this one strictly for the pads, I use it without a guard for the pads, just like this, on the closest setting here. And then if I'm going to do the body, I don't know if the colors vary based on brand. I'm assuming that they do, but you'll get different guards. So each one has a number that corresponds to it. So you have a number here. So this one's a 4, and then it shows you that it's 1/2. It shows you that it's 1/2 inch, and that it's actually 13 millimeters. So it has the 3 different ways that you'll see people usually identify what guard they're using. So if they're using a 4, then it's 1/2 inch. It's labeled on here for ease. So anytime you see in a grooming video, if they're talking about one of those, this is how you identify which guard they're actually using. So this one's actually my favorite. This is the one that I use most of the time on when I want a shorter cut that's not too short on my Havanese. So it's a 1/2 inch. It's the number 4 guard, or it's 13 millimeters. You have different guards, so if you want to go shorter, sometimes I do 3/8 or the number 3 guard. If I want a little bit shorter summer cut, I very rarely go up into these larger sizes. I've never really needed to use them. Again, my favorite's the 4, that's the one I use. But if you're wanting to experiment with different lengths, you always start bigger, so you can always start with this number 7 and then see how you like that. And then go shorter until you find one that you like. So again, this is what the guards are for. So you have your clipper, and then you take your guard, and your guard just slips right on, just like this, and then it just clips on. And when you turn your clipper on, it leaves this length here. So that's what the guard is doing. It's creating the distance there so that it gives you a precise cut, just like that. And then to take it off, there's a little latch here, and you just pull that, and the guard slips off. Also, I just want to mention, anytime you're using your clippers, it comes with a little brush in your kit as well. You always want to brush, you just take the little brush and you just want to brush out any hair on your clippers. And then you want to oil it and run it and let the oil kind of run through that. You always want to do that after and before storing, just to keep them in good shape. You don't want them to start getting rusty or with stuff stuck in them, and then it gets harder to use and they start making noise because stuff's stuck between the blades. You always want to make sure to clean them and store them properly like that. And then of course this one has a little red plastic thing. I use it over to protect my blades, and it just clips on just like our guards are going to clip on. And it just protects the blades there. And I just store all my stuff, not any particular fashion, in my box. So I just wanted to go over any of those. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. More grooming videos, more Havanese videos, and a lot more training videos to come. I just wanted to address this because these are some of the questions I get asked quite a bit, so that you could identify what tools are what and what they're called and what they're used for. I hope this video helped with that. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm always happy to answer questions. I get to them as quickly as I can. These are the tools I use. Again, I'll link them in the description below so that you can find them. Thanks for watching.
If you don't already use NuVet, be sure to click the link in the description or use our code to order. I have another video coming about why we love NuVet and the benefits of using the great supplement for the pups we love.